Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Sunday, May the 1st. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. It's May Day, and it's time for the weekly open and gap and the monthly open. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. So we get to start a new month here. So let's start off talking about risk management. Remember, you don't want to lose any more than you're willing to lose on any one particular trade. So we're going to make sure our position size and stop loss are the right size. So we'll take a quick look here at the monthly. You can see we're already 24 pips below the monthly open. And we're right making a new monthly low and 46 pips off the monthly high. So we've had 4 red months in a row. Might want to think about maybe, just maybe, having a green month. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, according to the seasonality indicator, price peaks in very early May and is bearish till mid-May. Bottom typically forms in mid-May. So that sounds like more downside for the pound dollar. Looking at the weekly is the same as the monthly right now. The gap has filled, and we have one pair that hasn't filled the gap. And you can see here we're below that weekly pivot. Starting off the new month, we're putting in the opening range for the month and the week all on the same day. For the daily, you can see we had a green day last Friday, but we're heading back down, red day today. Probably going to try and hit that pivot. Okay, we don't have any inside bars to really look at here on the pound. But we do have inside bar action on a lot of pairs here on the daily, just a few on the weekly and a few on the monthly. Only 2 pairs with range over 100. Both of them are New Zealand pairs. So we are 7 hours into the trading day here. So not much action so far. Buy zone, there was a couple nibbles to the upside. Not much happening though. So maybe if you took this trade to the north, you might have gotten a pip out of it. If you hung in there, you may have gotten a few more pips, but then to the south side, it paid off. Not enough range for the rat zone. So rats, you'll just have to wait. As far as the pivots, it says near the pivot point, the bias is long. You can see we're 8 pips above the pivot at the moment. Near S1, bias is long. And we haven't hit the weekly pivot yet. So we've got a missed pivot so far today, but we're only about 9 pips away. We might take it out. But we left 3 missed pivots in April, 3 in March, 1 in February, and 1 in January. A lot of missed pivots for the year so far. In and out of that upper wick zone with the short being at say 125.75 cycle line there. And looking at the smart ranges, we analyzed last week, last month. So we did that on Fridays with the weekly wrap up, monthly wrap up. So far right now, there's really not much to tell. We haven't really moved that much, But the only thing I can see is on the daily high minus close, we're at the 33 percentile. And high minus open, it's at 25%, which could stick. This one could stick. We'll just have to wait and see how the day plays out. Wall mall lines or sweet spots with the wall mall lines there. As you can see here, we had one range 4 hours ago, and then 3 hours ago we had a 30 and a 20, but things are quieting down at the moment. Wait for the London boys and girls and non-binary traders to get into it. Lower high, higher low. Just triggered. There's a couple pips to be had. You can see we put in a 3-ball, then a 1-ball, then a 2-ball. Failed to make a lower low and is bounced off. So there was a clear signal there. Failed to make a lower low. We had a bullish candle right there at the lower high line. We're now 2.7, 2.6 pips above it. You know, depending on how heavy you trade, those 2 pips could be worth $100. Okay, looking at the monthlies. Now, this is very interesting. You know, remember the seasonality indicator. Well, I talked about May, and you see a lot of red in May. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Let's see, looking at the indicator, let's switch just back to high minus the range, which is high minus open. Show range by month. So it looks like we've got a few hundred pips to travel here. And then we want to show the year-to-date accumulated range. We haven't gone out of the boundaries there. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Haven't really decided on what topic to talk about this month. I think we just might do just talk about trading, just whatever topic comes up. Thank you for the compliments, the people that have been posting out there on YouTube and on Facebook. I appreciate the kind words. Glad that you're getting value out of these videos. One of the things that I guess as I look around and I see what other traders are posting and what other people are flocking to, meaning, you know, which traders are getting the thousands of views versus the 100 or so that I get. And it seems like they have these catchy, you know, 100 pip move type, I guess, methods, or, you know, or they have the Lamborghinis. And, you know, I think a lot of us find that amusing sometimes. And it seems like they also have some type of gimmick to offer. I don't really have any gimmicks. You know, some people might say all my indicators are gimmicks, but I don't have anything, I guess, that's flashy. It's pretty much, you know, the meat and potatoes, the bare bones, the reality check. Like Walmall said when he first was introduced to me by another trader, that, you know, he kind of looked at my all you need to know about trading, that one page, and he kind of poo-pooed it at first, but then he came back to it and realized, maybe there is something there. Because if you want to look at it, at trading and what it is, and how to be successful, you really have to understand what's going on in trading. And that's true with just about anything. If you want to be successful, you need to understand what's going on. And usually there's some pretty basic things that are going on. And in fact, one of the things I'm going to do an experiment this month. And the experiment's going to be basically just putting trades on and experimenting. Well, if I had this money management, what happens if I have a little bit different? So, for example, let's say I might say I'm not going to lose any more than $300 per trade. And I might trade anywhere, say, from 3 lots to 10 lots per trade. And I want to see if I reduce the lot size, that will increase the profitability. Because if price can go against you 3 pips really quick. But then again, on the upside, if I'm trading 10 lots and it moves a couple of pips, I can knock off a $100 bill. Whereas if I'm trading 3 lots, it's going to have to move about 4 or 5 pips before I can take that 100. Because part of the problem is, and it really depends on your broker, by the time you click the mouse, a lot of times the price is going to go against you a couple of points. And that's one of the reasons I really hate this 5th digit crap that they pulled on us. But, it's one of those things, I can't change it, so I have to live with it. No need to sweat it. Figure out a way to use it to my advantage. And so you just have to be quicker. I mean, if you're up 70, 80, 90 bucks and you're shooting for 100, don't let those tens slip out of your fingertips because you wanted the 100. So I think I'm going to play with that this month just for the fun of it. And of course, I'll let you traders know how it turns out. And all I'll be doing is for triggers is basically, if it comes to a horizontal line that's on my chart, and probably I'll be using a chart similar to this one with the lower highs and probably the 3-level ZZ lines. And, also maybe some pivots and daily opens. Just inside bar breaks, previous bar high-low breaks. Just, have a lot of action there. But just to see, one day maybe I'll do 3 lots, and the next day I do 4, the next day I do 5, and just see what happens. Because as I've mentioned, once I put the trade on, or once a trader puts the trade on, all that then matters is his money management. Because we can do all the planning in the world on picking the perfect entries or the high statistic entries, but once you put that trade on, all that stuff goes over to the side, and you've got to manage the trade that you're in. I guess if you think about it, it'd almost be like one of those guys that get on those bucking broncos, or they try to ride the bull. You can do all the practice, all the studying, whatever, but once you get on that bull and they open that gate, you got to ride it. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just see how it happens, and hopefully we'll all have some fun. So, fellow traders, I hope you had a fun, safe weekend, and I wish you a profitable week and month in the month of May. And as you sit down to your trading platform, always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.